What's up, guys? I'm Chris Spags here, back with another Four Corners video for today's four-game MLB main slate, courtesy of Osmo.com. Now, if you're not familiar with the short slate Four Corners video, prepare to have your mind twisted and bent in a variety of ways. But for now, right now, if you want to win a free month of an Osmo Plus membership, there's going to be fewer players on the slate. So if somebody hits a double dong today, a decent chance one of you guys is going to get it right. So right now, like this video, comment your double dong pick down below. If you are correct, you pick the guy who hits 2 home runs today, you'll win a free month of Osmo Plus. So right now, like this video, comment your double dong pick, and I'll also announce the winner of yesterday's contest a little bit later in the video. But it's going to get weird right away with our top pitchers on today's slate. The number one owned guy industry-wide is Tyler Beede going against Arizona. Beede gets 4.1 implied runs against him, and he's expected to be the number one owned pitcher on DraftKings with 49%, on FanDuel with 27%, and on Yahoo with 67%. Beede has strong strikeout ability at his price with 10.6 Ks per nine going back to last year, but his 1.95 whip and 10.6 hits per nine offer significant downside, even versus an iffy Arizona team with only 3 hitters in their projected lineup over a 100 WRC plus versus right-hand pitching. I've recommended Beede before in these videos, generally when he's lower owned because he has a ton of strikeout upside at what his price usually is at pitcher. But I think the spot here as a chalk pitcher, it's a terrifying one, and I'll talk more about the reasons why a little bit later in the video. Walker Buehler at Colorado should also find some ownership today with 4.9 implied runs against him. Buehler will be number 2 owned on DraftKings with 32%, but it'll be around 10% or less ownership on FanDuel and Yahoo. Buehler has averaged 38.6 fantasy points in his last 4 starts, including 16 strikeouts versus this Colorado lineup at home last time out. While his 39.1% hard contact can be tough on a warm day at Coors, he does seem worth some exposure at a cheap price on DraftKings, and due to his low ownership on FanDuel and Yahoo, you could justify ownership there as well. This is kind of a weird spot because I would go under the field on Buehler on DraftKings, but a little bit over the field on FanDuel and Yahoo because, again, the upside is there for him, and he's going to be lower owned there, but when he's going to be a chalk pitcher at Coors against a team he just faced, I don't know that it's a perfect spot, and I don't know that you want to match the field's ownership for Buehler on DraftKings today. And Steven Strasburg at Miami should also be popular today with 3.2 implied runs against him, which are a slate low. Strasburg will be number 2 owned on FanDuel with 24% and Yahoo with 62%, while his 28% ownership on DraftKings makes him less than a handful of other pitchers. Strasburg's 14.3% swing strike rate and 10.6 Ks per nine are a solid match with Miami's 25% K rate versus right-hand pitching on the year. There's also little power in Miami's projected lineup. They have a 112 ISO in that group. Miami does have a way of blowing up spots like this, but Strasburg does seem like he's in a good situation overall. Even with the high price, I'm willing to match the field's ownership on him on pretty much all the sites. On to our next corner, the top stacks on the slate, and a Dodgers stack going against Peter and Lambert's going to the top option today with 6.6 implied runs for them, which are a slate high. There'll be high ownership expected everywhere with the lefty-heavy Dodgers lineup who may throttle Lambert's 1.7 whip and 58% hard contact allowed to that side of the plate. Everyone in the Dodgers lineup will have some ownership, so attempts to mini-stack to capture the production could be a logical move, but it seems like a bad idea to fade the spot entirely on this particular short slate. The Dodgers look strong today, and they may be hard to afford, but I think you're going to have to find ways to get there because the opportunity is a big one today going against Lambert. And LA's other team, the Angels, should also find some ownership today versus Tanner Anderson with 5.4 implied runs for them. Anderson doesn't miss bats with a 7.7% swing strike rate that's a slate low. He's also allowed 47% hard contact so far this year. Anderson has been particularly egregious versus lefties with a 2.3 whip and a 7.1 xFIP compared to a 0.96 whip and a 3.2 xFIP versus righties going back to last year, which gives guys like Tommy La Stella, Shohei Ohtani, and Cole Calhoun extra appeal. Anderson is bad enough to give it up to both sides of the plate, but I think the fact that he's shown so much lefty production so far definitely gives me more interest in those guys as a mini stack. And Oakland versus Griffin Canning should also find some ownership for them today with 4.1 implied runs for them. Cheap prices for Oakland plus Canning's 4.4% home run rate and 48% fly ball rate in a positive home run park could be trouble for Canning today. Oakland's projected lineup brings a 198 ISO versus right-hand pitching, and under league average 21.4% K rate as well that could make for a solid value stack is leveraged on a decently owned Canning on SP2 sites. Oakland's got solid power potential in this spot versus Canning, and I think I would prefer them as mini stacks and one-offs, but the value may make them appealing as a 5-man stack as well. On to our next corner, the lower owned options on today's slate, and Alex Young versus San Francisco is one of those guys. Young gets 4.4 implied runs against him, and his first Major League Baseball start for Arizona comes on the heels of a solid 10.6 Ks per nine and a not-so-solid 1.7 whip at AAA. San Francisco's extra not good versus left-hand pitching this year with a 112 ISO, a 24.5% K rate, and a 63 WRC plus, so in a pitcher's park, Young could be a nice value piece with a similar risk profile to Tyler Beede. It's never a sure thing taking a young pitcher in his first Major League start, but Alex Young does seem like he's going to have a good opportunity for him going against a weak San Francisco team in a positive pitching park. Especially on a short slate, you have to think about all the possible outcomes, so a Colorado stack versus Walker Buehler also interests me with 4.9 implied runs for them. High prices for Colorado and the matchup with Buehler will depress ownership, but a game in Coors means solid opportunity for Colorado. I think Colorado stacks may be more appealing on DraftKings where Bueller's ownership will be high, but industry-wide they are underowned, likely due to respect for Bueller's recent shutdown run. If Colorado goes off today, most people won't be there because of how good Bueller has been recently and the high prices. This could be a good spot to go to Colorado if they do have an outlier day. And here's the one I hinted at before, an Arizona stack going against Tyler Beede is also an interesting option today with 4.1 implied runs for them. Beede's high ownership versus an Arizona projected lineup who strikes out under league average at 17.1% could be an opportunity for leverage. At the very least to me, a one-off David Peralta who has a 144 WRC plus and 49% hard contact versus right-hand pitching could cause headaches for Beede at low ownership. But mini stacks can be very viable because again, there's really little ownership here today. Beede's a high-risk play, but the Arizona ownership isn't currently reflecting that. I think going to full stacks, mini stacks, and one-offs could be a viable approach there to get that leverage on Beede, a guy who gives up a lot of production. Now, onto our last corner, the one-offs, and a guy I just mentioned, David Peralta versus Tyler Beede is one I like a lot. Peralta's the best lefty hitter for Arizona with a 245 ISO and 49% hard contact, and he can have enough power and opportunity even in San Francisco's pitcher-friendly park, given that Beede gives up a 2.3 whip and a 7.04 xFIP to lefties. Beede is a very interesting pitcher when he's not chalk, but Peralta has a really strong opportunity to break up his night and also give you some significant leverage on the field if he does go off. Cody Bellinger versus Peter Lambert is also the Dodger one-off I like the most. Bellinger will be high-priced and highly owned, but his 278 ISO and his 156 WRC+, as well as a 303 batting average versus right-hand pitching could mean a ceiling day for Cody as a one-off or part of a Dodgers stack. Bellinger has been one of the top hitters on the league this year. That should continue today in a nice spot here going against Peter Lambert. And Shohei Ohtani versus Tanner Anderson also interests me today. Ohtani has a 306 ISO, 303 batting average, and a 163 WRC plus versus right-hand pitching, while Anderson has shown nothing so far in the majors versus lefties with 12.7 hits per nine and a 7.1 xFIP allowed. It's possible those numbers regress to the mean a bit, but Ohtani's still in a really strong spot here. I like him quite a bit today at a reasonable price. So there are my thoughts on today's short main slate. So right now, like this video, comment your double dong pick down below if you want that chance to win a free month of Osmo Plus. Yesterday, we had one guy get it correctly. This guy right here, Joe Von Rosenberg, he did it. Justin Bohr was the only guy in Major League Baseball to hit a double dong during yesterday's main slate. So congratulations, Joe. Email me, chris@osmo.com. And if you want to join Joe in the winner circle right now, like this video and comment your double dong pick down below for your chance to win a free month of Osmo Plus. But if you don't want to wait for the glory of the home run gods to shine upon you, you can also use this promo code SWITCH and hedge for half off your first month of any Osmo Plus membership. Get all the ownership projections, the rankings, the regular projections that you can just plug right into Fantasy Cruncher, the deep dive column, the lineup builder, the top stacks tool. There's a lot of things here that'll help you make better MLB DFS lineups every day. So use that promo code SWITCH and hedge for half off your first month of Osmo Plus. I'll be back today and tomorrow on Live Before Locks. Subscribe, hit that notification bell to join me live as we do that later today before the slate locks. Of course, go follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Chris Spags. I'm creating all sorts of things every day to help you guys out or to entertain you and bring joy to your life. So go follow me on both those places. I'll be back tomorrow with another Four Corners video. So hope you guys enjoy your day. And of course, good luck.